Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Bloom Outdoors. So if you can't already tell, what we're going to be doing in this video today is I went ahead and bought this. It is the KC Light Bar C Series. We have the spot and floodlights on it, and I guess I'll just go ahead and show you guys where it's going to go. Excuse the wind, it's quite windy out here, but it's going to go right here in the front license plate spot. And as if you can tell, then the back plate, like this piece right here for behind the license plate, then this specific one is for the 5.0 with the EcoBoost. You get the one with the two lines going right there down the back. So I went ahead and I ordered that because we're going to need that piece, so that way we have the opening here for the light bar. We're also not going to be able to run the front plate. If you guys are going to do it, make sure you check your laws and follow that. So we have that light bar that we're going to be putting in here. Hopefully it won't take too long to install. So I have the light bar, I have the part from Ford for the EcoBoost that I showed you that goes back there, whatever you want to call that piece, and then I also have some rigid light bar mounts for this thing, which should mount back up behind here on both sides, and then should hold on to the light bar so that it'll face forward. The light bar came with a full wiring harness. However, I think I'm not going to be using the wiring harness that it came with, or I'm going to use the wiring harness it came with. I mean, I'm not going to use the switch that it came with. If you guys remember from when I did the rock lights, go ahead and show you. I put one of these switches in here, so then when you press it, you get a blue light. I have another one of these, so I think I'm going to go ahead and use that. Probably put it right here so I can leave room for another switch if I'm going to put something else in. Yeah, I don't think install should be terribly hard, but I guess we're going to go ahead and see. Like I said, excuse the wind noise, but I'm doing this outside today because it's pretty nice out, and in the shed it's pretty cold. So like I said though, here is the light bar. I'll leave a link for all this stuff down in the description below as well. And the reason I went with this one specifically is because it kind of has that black housing, so it kind of leaves a nice black background on it, because I really didn't want that like chrome or clear look to the light bar. So there's the light bar. As you can see, it comes with this wiring, so we just plug that in. Here's the wiring harness, so that's just going to plug into the back of there. It comes with a relay, you know, your battery hookups, all that. And then somewhere in here there's a switch, unless this is for the switch, I'm not really sure. I haven't taken this all apart yet. First thing I'm gonna kind of do though is get the actual light bar mounted and worry about all the wiring stuff after that. Light bar also comes with the regular brackets right here if you want to use those. I'm pretty sure I don't have to use those because of the rigid light bar mounts that I bought. And I guess if this wiring harness doesn't work, I have another one I can use too, but I'm gonna try and use the one that it came with. But yeah, so I think that's about it for now. I think we can pretty much just go ahead and get this install started. So hopefully this isn't too long of a video or anything. So I believe the first thing we're gonna have to do with this is pop off these pieces right here, just like these bumper covers or whatever. There should just be a couple clips, so we should just have to get some kind of pry tool back here and pop these off, and then we'll get the license plate off. I think there's a couple screws behind the license plate, so we'll take the plate off. I think there's a couple screws, and then the license plate holder should come off. And then I think that there's just a couple clips to hold in this lower bumper back license plate mount thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, take that stuff off, and then show you guys what's going on. Alright guys, so here is the progress made so far. I'll show you guys what it's looking like on the front end here. It wasn't too difficult, just had to pop that tab off right here. There's 4 clips here, like right there and right there, something like that. So you just go ahead, pop these off just with a little plastic trim removal tool. You do that to both sides, and both of those things just pop off. And then to get that piece off right there, then it's just clipped in on, I think, one of these and one of these. So it looks like that, I think, was from that piece. So I think the middle one for that piece right there, and then you have 4 in the center which hold that on. Just went ahead and left the license plate bracket on there. I didn't really see a point to take that off because the whole thing was coming off, and I'm not going to put the license plate mounting bracket back on. So this is what it looks like so far. Show you guys what these brackets look like that I was talking about, the rigid light bar mounting brackets. So they look like this. They're going to go on this bolt right here. So I'm going to take that bolt off, or the nut off, and then they're going to go back on there like that. And then you're going to have, you can kind of see it's like an L, and so you kind of have that L with the long side facing out towards you so that the light bar can sit in this opening right here. What I'm going to go ahead and do though, I kind of held it up and tried to test fit everything, and it looks like with these brackets I'm going to have to drill one of these holes out a little bit bigger because the bolt for the light bar doesn't go in all the way. So I think this one right here that I'm pointing at, I think I'm going to drill that one out just a little bit bigger so the bolt can fit through it to go into the light bar in the side right there. I'm going to go ahead and cut these couple pieces off because I really don't want to run this bracket with the two bars coming down on there. You could if you want to, I guess, but I really don't want to. I don't really care for them, and I don't think it looks that good. Try a couple different tools and see what works. Probably cut them right back here though. So cut those off, and then I'm gonna have to cut the tabs off on the plastic one as well. Cut those two bars off, and then from there I think we're just gonna, well, I guess we'll have to drill out the holes on these brackets as well, but then put those in and then get the light bar put on. So just start cutting this stuff to mod it so that the light bar can fit on. Alright guys, so here is what it looks like as of right now. And as you can tell, we got that cut down right there and there. Same thing up underneath. These ones weren't as great of cuts, but it's good enough, just so we aren't going to have the plastic in there. And then with the light bar brackets, went ahead and we had to drill out the holes on these brackets to make them a little bit bigger. And then those bolts fit in there. Would have been 5/16 bit for that, just to drill out these holes, make them bigger to get these bolts to fit in there. So I think now that we went ahead and got that stuff taken off, we should, I already took one of these bolts out, that one right there, we should just be able to go ahead, take out the bolt on that side, and then go ahead and set this guy in there, get those bolts put in there, and then pretty much, well, I'm gonna have to cut that plastic piece yet, but then after I do that, just go ahead and get all the plastics put back on the front here, and then just go ahead and run the wiring. So as of so far, we're probably in it like maybe 30 minutes or so. Not too bad so far. I was kind of expecting it to be worse. Alright guys, so it's kind of been a minute here, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys what we have done so far. So as I showed, I had the light bar connected to the brackets. That didn't really work. We could only get one of the brackets in there connected to the light bar at a time because the other one, it was just like too long and wouldn't fit, so I had to take that side off, slide it in there, put it back in, and then get that bracket put on there. Got the bolts put back in there, looks like that. I got the wiring started for it. Went ahead, plugged it all in, used the switch that it came with and everything, and it works. So we're good there. So pretty much just have to finish off this piece, the plastic piece that goes around there, put the two caps in, and then run the wiring up into the cab and get the new switch put in and everything. So yeah, so far it's coming along pretty decent. I know it's not really the best video, but I'm kind of on a time rush here, so I'm not really trying to film the best, I guess, but I just kind of got to go ahead and get this thing put in. So I guess if you guys have any other questions, or if I left anything out, then make sure you drop a comment and I'll get that answered for you. But now I pretty much got to take the wire with this, which will connect to that end of the light bar right there. Take that, run it around the front. I'm pretty much just going to drop it down to right over there somewhere. And then I'm going to have to take the one for the switch, which would be the one right back there. I think I'm probably going to run it along the front in that same area and cut through the firewall up over there. I hope that will be long enough. If it isn't, I might have to run it on the back side of there, which I don't want to do. I'd rather run it along the front with the other ones, but I guess we'll see how much wire length we have. Alright, so pretty much I'm almost done. Got to put a couple pieces back in the front. Just wanted to go ahead and show you guys what everything looks like though. Here is what the switch looks like, same as the other one with the blue light show up there. Use the same switch, the same kind of back plate there. Wiring is pretty much all the same. Have a little thing here, so I did the LED on with the switch on. So your white goes to your positive, red and blue to the positive of the device, and then the black goes to the negative. So with that, the black wire on here goes to the black wire on here. Then the red and blue are to the positive of the device. So that was to the load, I believe, which was blue. So that went to the blue wire that came out of the wiring harness here. That goes to the red and blue on here. And then the white goes to, I think it was the white on here. So that's what that looks like. As you can tell, the wiring is pretty tight here. They do not give you a lot of room from the wiring for the switch. They do not give you a lot. Here's what the original switch looks like. It just has the 3 things on the back, on and off. Didn't want to use that, wanted them all to match, and I kind of had to put that much space in it because I've got this tab right in the back of here. So that's what that looks like. I hope this fits because I just looked at that and saw this piece here. So I hope that will close and fit just fine. Hopefully there's no issue with that. So that's what all the wiring looks like. Here is the light bar. Show you guys personal opinion. I think it looks really good. Don't have any issues or complaints or anything like that with it, at least for now. Let's see what else. I don't know. I just kind of ran the wires up through here, up over to there. The one that goes down to the light comes across here and just cuts right down to the light. And you might be able to see, I don't know, maybe the wire go up into there. Still have to kind of zip tie this stuff. Just gonna kind of zip tie it and set it down in there. I don't really know what else. This piece kind of got screwed up, so kind of tried to cut the things off of it. They really did not turn out good, and as you can tell, this piece is kind of misformed now. So when it sets on there, you can see the gap in the top. I probably should have left those 2 bars in there. Probably just should have done that. Would have been a lot easier. Probably would have gone a lot faster too doing that. But I think I'm just going to end up trying to put some double-sided tape on the back of it to get this to stick up so that you can't tell there's a gap in there. But if that doesn't work, I really have no idea. I might just have to leave the piece off because it looks pretty bad. Otherwise, just order a new one and put it over the top and just not have it have any clips, I guess. I really have got no idea, but it just doesn't look good right there. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to tape it or something. Otherwise, I'll just have to order a whole nother piece. So I'm gonna go ahead, try and get all this stuff put back together, and I'll show you guys what it looks like with the tape. If I can't get it, I don't know, I'm just gonna have to put those caps back on and maybe order a new piece or just see how it looks with nothing there. Alright, so here is the finished product of what it looks like. Go ahead, show you guys this. You can kind of see this black piece kind of looks like trash. So just go ahead and ignore that. I guess I could have just left all those bars in there and everything, but personally I kind of like the look of the open light bar better. But yeah, I don't know how he really could have done it differently. I'm sure there's a way, but this is what I kind of got to work, I guess. I went ahead and I put some of that double-sided tape, had that 3M double-sided stuff, so I went ahead, put that in there, got that to stick up, so it really doesn't look too bad like that. Kind of see there. I think it looks a lot better. I think it looks pretty cool like that. I'm gonna go ahead, turn it on so you guys can see what it looks like here. So there you go, guys. You can see what that looks like. I don't know how great it really shows up on camera, but this light bar is super bright. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell on camera. I mean, it is bright on the camera, but it is super bright in person. The camera does not pick it up as well as it does in person. But yeah, so that's what it looks like, and I showed you guys the wiring and everything, how it ran up through around there into the cab and dropped down to there and all that. So here's what it looks like. Go ahead and run the lights and everything. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Yes, I'm sure I missed something in the video of how to do something with it. So if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, go ahead, drop a comment down below, let me know. I'll show you guys what the switch looks like too, real quick. So this is when it's on, and then when it's off, on, off. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, so as always, thanks for watching another video of Bloom Outdoors. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys next time. I also really like the look of the front end with no license plate on it. Looks a lot better.